Today, Maori culture has been shaped by increasing urbanization, European colonization, and a revival of traditional practices in schools. This heightens the importance of their ancestors on traditional Maori culture and practices as they influenced customs. The art of weaving is followed by a simple mathematical procedure called artifact mathematics, which identifies certain types of artistic decoration as mathematical. The Maori kawhai, which are rafter patterns from Maori meeting houses, are recognized as mathematical strip patterns exhibiting symmetric groups. These patterns are used in the weaving of Maori flask baskets to carry food. In the first image, the pattern is white, black, continuing on. However, in the second image, the strands are white, black, white, which create unchanged patterns using rotational symmetry, which is a rotation around the center with quarter turns to ensure the exact same pattern. These medallion patterns repeated along a strip in both directions can be mathematically classified into one of 8 groups according to what symmetries they create. Today, designers have been inspired by the complexities and geometry of Maori weaving. This is through passing down cultural knowledge and workshops for non-Maori and Maori people to weave. Even mass production replicates the geometric symmetry as the traditional Maori baskets were useful and waterproof. Carving designs depict people, animals, and plants, and it is interesting to see the combination of straight and curved features used for these geometric designs, and these are considered curvilinear, which include circles, spirals, crescents, and scrollwork. Transformation geometry looks at the way that shapes can be changed and make repeated patterns. Transformations include reflection, rotation, translation, and enlargement. Translational symmetry moves the design to the left or right to match the original outline. The carvings also use rotation on the axis of an image, usually at 90 degrees or 180 degrees. The introduction of color in the design identifies other patterns, which are referred to as anti-symmetries, which can create a whole other set of patterns and symmetries. Each piece carved told a story, which would record and be read to remember events. These carvings are used on meeting houses. The patterns painted on the ridge bog represent the tribal genealogy, where the main line of descent begins with the founding ancestor. On the rafters, patterns represent the diverging branches of the family, and help to illustrate the manner of the house, the ancestor, and the people. Today, practitioners follow in the footsteps of their ancestors to replicate the techniques used hundreds of years ago, yet have also developed new forms and have been incorporated in modern. Carving has been used in schools to teach transformation geometry. The result of trees were chosen for their strength and length, and a clearing was made around it. Before falling, several aspects needed to be considered: the location, the probable fall direction, any obstacles that could break the fall, and the practicality of moving the tree. Dressed and carved timber were also used, which added greater freeboard and improved seaworthiness. Paddling was the most common method of propelling canoes. The steering oars were set at a slight angle, and the sides of the blade pushed against the water was flat, while the other side was rounded. The concave surface meant that the oar grips the water easier, and the large surface pushed water away from and the momentum moved the waka forward. Triangular sails made of light rapo leaf were often attached to a main mast by which they could be extended or retracted. The triangular shape gave more navigational options to shorten the length of the trip and less rigging required. Today, Maori still trace descent from ancestors who voyaged on wakas to New Zealand. In the past, Maori used wakas just as we use cars today. New Zealand waterways were like roads, running along the coast and uprivers. For many tribes, the main fowling season in autumn was a vital part of life, as birds were important as a supply of protein. In midwinter, the marakai appeared in the sky, signaling the Maori New Year. It was time to cook and preserve birds. These birds indicated the seasons and the hunting calendar. Snares required adjusted measurements of cords, trap sizes, and position of snares, and these techniques were passed down by elders. During the day, fathers would locate tui nests and mark the trails using light-colored orangora leaves. This tracking used leaves instead of handwritten maps as done today. They could find their way at night, seeing the leaves by the light of a torch, and climb to the trees and grab the bird. Today, Maori do not hunt and track animals for food for survival due to the development of supermarkets and access to modern cooking utensils. There is an unlimited supply of food today, whereas in the past, Maori people had to hunt to survive. The basis of Maori navigation was to determine where they were on the journey. Their system required measurements of time through positioning of the sun, moon, and stars. By locating their position on the sea or land, they knew their position in relation to places they came from or were going to. Similar to the Maori navigation, sailors and pilots use this method. All of these 5 concepts relate to how Maori culture has developed through the mathematics and is demonstrated today.